for whatever reason, I've got this voracious appetite to learn, and I always want to learn new things. Like, so once I get a pretty good handle on something, I get kind of bored and I want to move on to the next thing. And but there are things that I've consistently done, because in order to get deep knowledge and deep skill with anything, you need to persist over a long period of time. So, like programming and guitar playing and certain aspects of my life, I've continually done this. But in the last 4 years or so, a few things have come to mind. One is diet and nutrition. Like, I had put on a bunch of weight and high cholesterol and blood pressure and stuff, and I researched a lot. And what I do is I look at documentaries, like Netflix has some now. From there I found some of the doctors that I liked, and then part of it is like looking at the research, like the actual studies, because there's some nuance when you look at, there's studies that prove a lot of different things, but once you understand like some of the ways that studies are manipulated, you can get a better sense of what the truth is. But so one area, like in the nutrition area, I really looked into it, and I came to an area that I believe is successful, and I've had a lot of success with it, and I've maintained it for over 4 years. And what I did was, like, not only the documentaries, I interviewed the doctors, like, on my own channel. I read a whole bunch of books that are on this topic. Unbelievable amounts of YouTube videos and Google searches and stuff. So if you can see my screen right now, there's this, quite a few tabs here. What I'm looking at right now is digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, Ethereum. I'm a programmer, so Ethereum is cool because you can write, smart contracts. And so so what I do is I start finding people that are talking about this, programmers, people that talk about the currencies, and I've subscribed to them on YouTube. I just totally get into absorption mode and like immersion, just obsession with it. And I do this day in and day out for weeks and months. There's sites like Udemy. There's free and paid small courses. There's YouTube guys. You search and you find these good guys that you like. Twitter, I'll go and follow a bunch of people. And there's like Steemit, which is a decentralized application. So just totally, immerse myself in a topic. And a little while ago, I was doing a lot of data science as well. So I signed up for this data quest, and I paid monthly to learn all about data science, and I was really into that, 24/7, day and night. So I think that's one of the ways that I became successful, quote unquote, whatever you want to call that. Free. I have a lot of freedom now, basically retired, but I'm pursuing things that that I want to pursue. In the past, so first I did engineering. I studied a master's. I worked for a while. Then I went into IT. So I went back to school and I immersed myself into programming. And then I worked for quite a few years, like 15 plus years in the IT. But within that, I had to learn. I got exposed to middleware, like integration. So there was this web method software, and I learned that. And I was reading all the PDFs and really getting jobs and contracts in that area, and just totally learning that. And then when I discovered, all the taxes that I was paying, I looked into incorporating like a small business. When I got into investing, I didn't like the fact that mutual funds were not making me any money really, and I was getting all these fees. So I sort of read a lot about investing and realized all the management fees and how the brokers are salesmen and getting commissions, and realized that you can just buy stocks like dividend stocks that are pretty established. And just spread your risk out over multiple stocks. You don't really need somebody to buy a mutual fund for you and charge you all sorts of fees, which cut into your investment. So when I looked at investing, I read like tons of books, library books, Amazon books, and finally figured out that dividend stocks kind of made sense to me, because I didn't have to time the market and try to figure out if something's going to go up or down, and look at all the analysis, and I just picked these dividend stocks based on companies that make sense to me, retail stocks, things I buy every day, toilet paper, stuff for your house, banks, and you know energy and stuff like that. So you can just sort of use your common sense and buy stocks that make sense. So and that pay dividends, because then you're getting a dividend every quarter. You don't have to worry about the stock goes up or down. So every area that I was interested in, I recommend that you just read a ton. And for there's definitely confusing and differing viewpoints on almost every topic. But for some reason, I feel at least that I was able to get to the truth by really thinking about things, and it works for me. That's the other thing is if you're taking action like investing in dividend stocks and you're making gains on those stocks and you're getting dividend payments from those stocks and you're losing weight with the diet approach and you've done it for years and years and consistently done it and you have health results and you're not on medications, you can sort of see the results of those efforts and see if they're valid for yourself as well. You don't always have to just take someone else's word for it. So just my tips, and something that I've discovered that I do over and over again, where I really immerse myself in a topic, and I think it's really resulted in a lot of success. And knowing what you want, like I didn't like driving to work and commuting, and I didn't like the meetings and stuff, so I started to get remote contracts. So then I figured out what do I do to get remote jobs? What kind of work can allow me to work at home and get those skills and be persistent and just never give up on those ideas. Some people want to travel like a digital nomad. They want to travel and live in apartments and rent and sort of be nimble and have a minimalist lifestyle. If that's you and you like to travel, look for work that you can do and enable that lifestyle that you want. So hope that helps. These are tips I love learning. I love really getting into it. And right now I'm having a lot of fun with Ethereum right now, smart contracts, just playing around a bit, and some React, which is Facebook's view for JavaScript. So JavaScript has really changed a lot in the last few years from the browser to back end. And these cryptocurrencies, decentralized apps are really going to shake up the industries and government quite a bit. So it's pretty exciting times. And just thought I'd give you a few tips. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And please like and subscribe to my channel and share these videos. And if you want to support me, I'm on Patreon as well. I'd really appreciate that so I can keep doing this type of thing. Talk to you guys later.